Hello and welcome to the demo of Pathologic 2. I'm SulMatul. I'll be your delightfully depressed host this evening as we delve once more back into the world of the steppe. For those of you unfamiliar with Pathologic 2, it's the remake of a 2005 Russian game. And I guess we'll all find out what that's about quite shortly.
Игрок подобен пьянице. За новый выход мать родную не пожалеет.
So, Barak, your performance was a flop. You're unfit for the role. Accursed play. This is our second attempt, and a second failure. Come on, the first run was decent. That is, not for you to judge. We gave it all we had. Whatever, you're dismissed. The bird will give you your final payment. Aren't you tired of those beakheads? They spell trouble. They were the only useful people around. Right. So stand we upon the stage upon which this town shall die. And I am merely a player. Merely a player in the game. The dead lie around. But the living still linger. They don't trust me anymore. I wasn't even invited to the final council. Where are our birds? Upstairs? Where else? If you mean the living, that is. I meant the orderlies. A lot of folk are dead. Those who aren't dead, they are just still dying.
Я большая, а вот ты маленький.
Turns out the birds aren't birds at all. Want to know what they are? Lean down and I'll tell you. They're fingers. Did they tell you that? Yeah, this is a direct quote. We're not birds, we're fingers. That's why people call them executors. Are you tired? Do you want me to relieve some of your headache? Go ahead. It's not like you can actually do it. Something of a tragic play, no? Want to receive your payment? Well, everyone will get paid what they're due in the cathedral. That is where the final choice will be made. By whom? The authorities. Fitting. The journal in Pathologic 2 is less of a linear journal and more of a mind map. And so we exit center stage. The rest of the town has been obliterated. Move along, Doctor. Nothing to see here. Work as usual. Butcher's work. You're killing people, you bastards. I can't believe this is our military. Even invaders are more humane. Stop this circus now. You know better than anyone that there's no salvation from the sand pest. People go insane with its pain. They're not responsible for their actions. We put them out of their misery and also protect the healthy from the infection, all on legal orders. You burn them alive. We burn infected miasmas. What miasmas? You know nothing about this disease. We have our instructions, compiled by our own doctors. Mode of infection unknown. It is transmitted through air and saliva and touch and God knows what else. We've lost half our troops already. You deserve it. Go, Doctor, stop lecturing us. If you were better at your job, we wouldn't have to be so good at ours. But there's still no cure. Or do you think we enjoy burning and shooting civilians? These people are healthy. Why have you seized them? They're looters. Like I said, it's usual work. You do your job, and we'll do ours. You should let them go. A couple less, a couple more. What does it change? There's no escaping this.
А может быть, лучше вывернуться наизнанку?
I know where you're going. Want a piece of advice? Speak, but please be quick. It won't take long. The town is gone, and to hell with it. But the kin is also gone. Your family is gone. Your father remains unavenged, his path unfollowed. The 7 children who entrusted their lives to you, are dead. You're the only one left. Do you want to save yourself at least? No, you don't know the whole situation. Not all is lost. The outbreak can still be curbed. That's why I'm going to the cathedral. It's there that the decision about the barrage is going to be made. Heed my advice. You think she loves you? You think that she is a friend and he's a foe just because he brought in the cannons? Don't talk to her first. Talk to him. Bayarla Sapa. Now I need to go. Oh, fuck. Everything falls apart. And there's no one left to clean up the mess. Only people left to kill it. Captain. Somewhat inappropriate to treat such mess, such destruction, such death as a game. Don't you think? Into the ever ever watchful gaze of children. We treat such life and death as shallow copies of the world. We play in such death. And in such death are the greatest stories made. This leaves very
Ты
little
не
time
можешь
for
такой
doubt.
командовать полком. Не пил бы. Мог бы.
Is this the doctor? You're not going to leave the town, are you, General? Am I supposed to discuss this with civilians? I'm not just any civilian, I'm a doctor. What is this babbling? State your name and occupation. Barak. 3 doctors operated in this town, I'm one of them. I see. Give me the reason to cancel the barrage. You have 1 try. I know how to make a serum. We'll need time to mass produce it, but the recipe is there. No, Barak. If you told me you had 3 tank cars of that panacea of yours and a corps of doctors from the capital ready to administer it, that would have been the right argument. As it stands, there's no going back. It's too great of a risk. We've only had 12 days. That's not enough time.
Времени почти не осталось. А мне еще многое нужно успеть.
What are you doing here? To confirm that we have the means to fight the plague. The plague, not the outbreak. Who cares? We've already decided everything. Without you. You've come uninvited. What did you decide? Who are you to demand reports from us? A backwoodsman, a self-taught doctor practicing barbaric traditional medicine? But I know who you are. You're the person I was very wrong to put hopes on. The person who let me down. Out. Now. Look, I know where to get the ingredient for my serum. We can produce it. Hey, you over there, seize this man and throw him out. Aglaya, listen to me. You can see their eyes watching us.
Это все уже было, да.
So you insist on a second attempt, huh? Stubborn. Not a second, a first one. Alright, let's roll then. Let us imagine that the last train has not yet left the station. Just don't be late. Now all I need is to not miss my stop. Way home where it all, at last, begins. So many years in the making. It's become surprisingly more and more common these days to see a man arise from his own grave. Hello. How did you get inside this coffin? Me? You were the one in the coffin. Why did you crawl in there? I was hiding. From who? Death? Yes, and people too. It's a bit too early for me to show my face. A bit too early. So you're visiting our town too, huh? Coffin is the best means of transportation in the world. It can get you to unimaginable places. You look alive, though. Just that vehicle is beyond your means for now. Free rider, eh? Just like you. No one sells tickets to ride this train. All I need is to avoid distraction. There is naught but death upon this train, at least the shells of it. Railroads are beautiful. They always lead to one place you can't turn from. Except when there's a silly mistake like this crash. Dying just to escape fate. Stupid. Boring. What is that monster? Ahead or behind? Behind me. That is Boss Turok, a creature of steppe legends from which the world was created. What was he trying to achieve here? Stupid. Life can never prevent death. Death? As you can see, the blood no longer flows in this artery. There's a clot. You're a doctor, aren't you? Do you have medicine with you? What clot? What are those black flakes? How should we know? You're the doctor, not us. Go and see. We're only ensuring no other trains are derailed. We'll fix yours too, once the beast leaves the tracks. A lot of time in my hands then. Balls are stubborn. The world is composed. Well, that was unexpected. Five and a 3. Want to share secrets? You first. I'm worried people won't be so happy to see me in the town. What if they shun me like some mutt and slam doors in my face? What if my toll is too small? I could fail to meet my goal. But perhaps this is only anxiety. Yeah, I can do it. You a preacher? Not really. Your turn now. Be honest and your fate will change. That's how it goes. I'm worried about my father. He summoned me with a letter, a troublesome one. Something bad has happened. Do you want to play? I'm game. Dice. What are the stakes? Your fate. Person can't lose their fate. Or can they? This place is wrong. This is not my home. Who's in the back room? All but merely players upon a stage. Someone heavy. I hear heavy steps in the dark. I can't see. Are you Death? You're feverish. Water? I'm so thirsty. I need a drink of fresh water. Please, bring it to me. Where do I get it? Outside, in the yard. It's hard to talk. Wait for me. And so I walk as in a fever dream. For that is what this is now. Bottles of water are all collected. So in mimicry. Thirsty fellow traveler? Not me, someone else. There's water in the wooden barrel behind you. You walk past your goal. Not for the first time and certainly not for the last. So the light thought it invited me here. Like a moth. But the train was in my path. Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears. Most have 1 nose and 1 mouth. Riddle me this. If eyes and ears switched, would it be right? If noses and mouths switched, would it be good? Did you kill him? Answer the question, Kayala. Sorry, Kayala. You're a stepman. You must know the answer. But I don't. Then be on your way, Kayala. I'm not very good at the step pronunciation. I apologize. Kayala. People don't kill people. Are you even human? So it's not long before they all fade too. Everyone here merely boxes in the making. Truly. Bad dream. Yeah, dream. Hope it doesn't come true. So you want to meet your dad? Yes, me too. Why we stopped? We're there already. Let Mother Butter caress your step, Holborn. You haven't forgotten your people, have you? By Allah, Holborn. Do you have a good heart? Here is the judge. We hear earth with our hearts. The heart is a pulse, so does earth. If they sing in harmony, you hear the language of earth and herbs. The language of warmth and cold. Look, Tankra, and listen. Whose words are all around? What does earth say? It says a lot of things. A lot of time has passed. You are gone. You forgot many things. Your heart is boiled, Khatanga. Let us see if it is rotten. Like hell, I'm perfectly happy with my heart. The fight will show whose heart is keen, who hears the unheard words. You will see my heart. The kin's blood runs through me. I was never torn from my people. Neither was I. This might be a glitch, actually. There we go. There's a certain level of, there we go. Let us trade hearts then, Holbone. Let us become kin. What need do you have of mine? Isn't it rotten? A river of good washes away a drop of rot. There's no me and you. It's people, Katangi. Mix your flesh with ours. Just let me go in peace. A good trade. We're almost there. Wanna play dice? You've played enough, I think. There's no more time for games. You have work to do. We're there already. Don't worry, you can't miss it. We're riding the rails, and a railroad, like fate, always has a final destination. Our next stop will be our last, the true stop. These rails feel endless. I'll walk next time. Well, it was nice passing the time. Good luck with your father. I'm sure he can't wait. Good luck to you too. And so this flight has ended.
Сын мой Артемий, пишу тебе теперь после стольких лет разлуки и прошу вернуться домой как можно скорее. Мне тревожно. Боюсь, что нам всем предстоит нелегкое испытание.
Subs over dubs.
Надеюсь, ты выучился на отличного хирурга, потому что твои знания могут здесь пригодиться. Я по-прежнему единственный врач в этом городе, но я старею. Мне очень нужен помощник.
soul is not as it seems. There's only so much that can be done when in service as a doctor. There are only so many people you can save. There you are. Time for our first rehearsal. This is all very emotional, but don't get anxious. It's just a study, not a full play yet. So take your time and get into character. Rehearsal? What's going on? We'll have a run-through of a small part of our play. Remember, your time is limited. At noon, the theatre will close, and then we'll have to part ways. So you won't be able to finish your script anyway. Do not despair, this is intentional. What do I need to do? Take this time to study space and objects, warm up your vocal cords, and generally prepare for the big show. And mind the time. The stage is yours until 2 o'clock. Now off you go. The clock is ticking. You have your rehearsal, funny man, but I have business to do. Actual business. And at last, a scrap name. When a person is done with their name, they discard it.
Самое худшее еще впереди.
You hit hard for a hunchback. Oh boy, you screwed up. Those 3 guys are dead. I saw you do it too. You're gonna be in serious trouble. Shut up, mongrel. Nah. Hunchback. Kid, I'm bent over in pain here. You need to handle that bleeding, old man. You're covered in blood. Your own blood. You don't need to lecture me, boy. I'm a surgeon. Oh, I saw that. You're sure good at cutting people. All reflexes. A slicer, dicer. Do you have anything I can use to stop this bleeding? Here you go. A tourniquet. Used to be my leash, but it seems like you need it more. Thanks. You're a nice kid. Man, you really have some anger problems, don't you? Zing, bow, blam, 3 guys dead. This ain't the right way. Ain't how we do things around here. Yeah, what's the right way then? Well, you gotta be nicer. Just hit him 3 times max. Send him running. Let him run. You don't actually have to kill everyone who bothers you. Jeez. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, maybe that'll help keep things okay for at least a little while. But probably not for long. Well, Borak, you're nearly dead. Got a few minutes left. I'm here to announce your demise. You with that crowd? Of course I'm not. They were just peaceful townspeople, craftsmen, factory workers, good sons and fathers. But me, I'm much more dangerous. I'm the mask of fate. And watch my fate. It's not pretty, Borak. Really? Why? You've been bashed on the head several times, and the locals' fists are heavy. And one of those 4 stab wounds looks deep. Significant blood loss, too, and the local climate is unforgiving in terms of strain. Do you have any heart conditions? My heart's too soft. Health is a mess. I'm guessing you haven't eaten in several days and that you didn't sleep last night, did you? That's what I thought. So your hunger and exhaustion are also critical. I wonder which of these afflictions will be the death of you first. So, what's your plan? Any good advice? Dressing your wounds would be a good idea. Where would I get bandages then? A drugstore, but you've been studying surgery for 6 years and you're just finding this out now? But it's not just about the wounds. Even when they're dressed, you still need to be aware of your body. It's not always on your side. Pay attention to its needs. I'll figure it out. What next? Next you die anyway, because the whole town has it out for you. And it's got nothing to do with the 3 poor souls you've just done in. Great. Why do they hate me? My colleague over there can explain it better. That's his role. Mine is teaching you how your body works so you don't die before you make it home. Fair enough. Forewarned, forearmed. Persistent, huh? Good. Maybe you'll even survive a day or 2 this way. You got a bite? Birdseed's fine. Food is sold in shops, though your reputation might prevent you from a warm welcome. But there's a meat warehouse nearby that was conveniently broken into recently. Perpetrators walk down the rail tracks. Think you can catch up to them? Yeah, the rail track that goes through the warehouse is just a stone's throw away. Godspeed, Berak. Though I doubt it'll be easy, God's presence or not. Any useful advice then? Be careful, be stealthy. People scatter their minds now and quick to attack. Don't trust anyone. And go speak to my esteemed colleague over there. He wants a word with you. Alright. Welcome back home, Warden. You've been away a while. You probably don't even remember the heady scent of twire in the air. Do you know why you got attacked? No clue. The whole town is looking for a murderer. A very important and respected man was killed last night. The townspeople loved him better than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them. Should I feel bad for them? Say sorry, maybe? Maybe you should. Your father would. A brilliant doctor, far better than ours. Oh, so we're colleagues now. I'm more of a manager, really, but I'm in the field. And we've done a lot of business with your father. Well, father and I practice unlike you, so don't pigeonhole us together. Indeed. Old Isidore Burdak is the exemplar of a true doctor and a true human being, if a miserable one. Do you honor your father? I do. Whatever, that bit's not important. Our time is short. By the way, Burdak, time is important. Be careful of how you spend it, and be aware that you don't have much left. How much? You've got less than 2 weeks, Burdak. 12 or so days. Trust me, I'm a specialist. So use your time well, and hurry home now. Why are you wasting your time here? Your father is waiting. Should hurry home, that's true. That is why I returned to the town, after all. Whisper quiet, I beg you. Lean in closer, lest he overhear us, this demon foul. Listen, he lies, lays down deceiving traps, desires nothing but your death, Burdak. Care to elaborate on that, monkey man? Don't go home, Burdak. Stay clear of home. In town you have some friends yet, do you not? Yes, 3 of them. We were inseparable when we were kids. Town is yours, Burdak. May you soon find out how deep, how far its roots run down your spine. May you inhabit it, sink through its pores, learn vein and artery, nerve and blood and cell. You need no home beyond the town itself. Forget that place you so eagerly seek. I beg forgiveness. Grievous harm will come to me, should I tell you more than I can. Shut your eyes and hide under the covers then, so no one can hurt you. And so it begins. We approach the warehouses. On this mist-ridden morning. She must be offended, or ashamed. She's free to go, we told her so, but she refuses to. I'll have you know we were respectful. We only checked her legs, it's mandatory. And she had normal human legs. So, free to go now. Yep, there she stands. Are you harassing this woman, scum? God forbid we treated her with utmost respect. Oh, I call this scum. We ain't no crazed mob. We're on duty here. See the leather cap? We belong to the house. What house? We're the suburbs people. Each of the 3 houses assigned someone to look for the monster, the Olgimskis, the Canes, and of course, obviously, the Sabarovs. The latter being us. Who might you be, good sir? What monster? Steppe creature, a golem, a clay wench. Steals a woman's shape, but its legs remain bone or clay, so that's how you can tell. Oh no, clay, right. I remember the tale. Always go bin raking. At last, a crowd now gathers around my act. Sit down like that. Now watch. Death by starvation. Too busy. But speaking of starvation, have you got any food at all? Cut my open for some dry old toast. So the good sir fancies a slice? Have one. Shan't last. In half an hour's time, my act resumes. Come see. Death by starvation, lads and lasses. That's okay. I'll just find another freak with toast. Wrong. You should look for the freaks that trade in trash. Maybe home-owning freaks too foolish to see you rummage through their paltry things. I respect other people's property. That's then our good audience shall see their eyes soon feast upon our play, Death by Starvation. But can you now feel their hungry stares? Fair enough. Can I get a lockpick then? Always ask for what you can. Bit more food. Bit more water. Now a lockpick. Pharmacies, grocery stores. But my father is over here. And we've wasted enough time for now. Would you look at that? What's going on here? That's where the bodies are taken. What bodies? Today's victims. Accidental victims. What do you mean? The autumn is foul this year. People have gone mad. That's what I mean. I don't understand. So, what? They're done by the stake? Trial finished? What stake? Are you clueless, big guy, or just stupid? They've caught a step man-eater at the bone stake lot. A clay demon. Look, I've got no time for silliness. Wait, where's that lot? What an idiot. You an outsider. Just like a factory worker. Did you hit your head at the factory? It's in the Skinners, next to Pickling. Got it. Perhaps I'll take a look. A familiar sight, no? So that's the nightmare I had. Can you imagine? And just before I woke up, I told him, be on your way, Kayala. People don't kill people. Well, what do you want, old man? What are you doing here? What do you mean? We've never seen a dead person before. Have you? Yes, I'm a doctor. Be on your way then, Kayala. Why poke your nose around? Fair enough. Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears. Many have 1 nose and 1 mouth. Riddle me this, then. If one was to switch their eyes for their ears, what would become right? If a nose was switched with their mouth, what would be fixed? Nothing. Everything is fine the way it is. Take what you can. You can autopsy bodies in this game, just so you're all aware. Hey, big guy. When you're on your way here, did you hear anything? Is the train coming? No, I heard nothing. Train's 2 weeks late already. We may well begin to starve soon. We're almost run out of sweets. Uta gave away all our buttons for a piece of sugar yesterday. Unbelievable. 2 weeks. That's a lot, actually. Ooh, what can I get? Some food to last me through the day. Trading with other people is a big part of the mechanics of this game. I would advise that you trade often. It's better to trade with people and barter than it is to buy things at a shop, especially when you cannot trust your own currency any longer. And that will, of course, become a problem. Hey, Nukherni, Bekara, you are a good man. Buy my bull. By Allah, Nukherni, how much do you want for it? It's as good as free, 300. Cheap indeed, is it stolen? You offend me, Katanga. Not stolen, it's just that money is needed more than bulls these days. How come? Prices will rise twofold tomorrow, 4 times the day after that, and Swok knows what will happen 2 days after tomorrow. I need to stock up today. How do you know this? Don't laugh, but my bull told me. Huh? It's not just any bull, it brings luck. When the time comes, it'll tell you what to do. Forget bulls, be Carter, you could be an air seller. Nente, it is known. It will talk on the scariest day of your life, showing you the right way. Haralda, I'd rather not have it all. Perhaps there won't be a scary day in my life then. That's some funny logic. Like you're starting to believe your own telltale. Scary day will come whether you have a bull or not. It's not his life, but yours. Take him for 200. It's a good bull. Bihara, it'll be useful for you. I don't even have a place to keep it. Pay me now, and I'll bring it to your place later. There'll come a day when you'll be grateful to me. That was funny, Kayala. Go sell your bull to Big Vlad. He's got a lot of money. I find myself exhausted, soon to fall. Dead, tired, as they say. I wonder what it means. I'm no good at riddles. When your exhaustion peaks, soon death follows. But how can one escape such a sad fate? By getting some sleep. But woe is me, for I've no place to sleep. Doors locked down before this old tragedy, and now unwelcome here in his hometown. Known bunkhouse for the needy homeless in the town. Who knows? But you, Barak, are no mere tramp. A hero such as you won't be let in. Lockpick might let me in if I could get one. That I do have for you. Yeah, have one. Still, what? Go home, Barak. Repose will do you some good, but you should find another's cot. Be quick to steal sleep. Sweet dreams, misfortune seeker. You're right. Should get home quickly. Needles are more valuable than charms. A murderer walks the streets. Who knows if it's a human or Shabnak and how it looks? But our kids are outside too. Won't stay at home no matter what we tell them. Why can't you just ground them? Everything's horrible, and it all began with that lousy tower. Now we can't change a thing. Kids do whatever they please. Can't say a word to them, literally. Words get stuck in my throat as I try. It's like they're strangers now. What about common blood and parental love? What makes you think you can't change it? Because they belong to that accursed tower now. What is it anyway? I don't know how to explain it. This tower is what's crushing us. If you say a word against it, your throat feels as though it was sliced with a knife. It's something to our kids. Like they crossed a river over thin ice and you can't follow, only call to them. Who built such a thing? The Canes, of course. Let hell's fires take them. Who else? If only the Sabarovs ruled this town on their own. It'd be such a decent town. Don't worry about kids. They're smarter than us. The tower is, of course, this structure here. Why are you running? Sorry, they thought it was fresh water from the springs, else we'd have to drink from the Kurkon. You nuts. Why can't you see the abattoir from here? Where do you think it's all waste it's dumped? You've got no sense of humour, Taneg. Who in their right mind would get Gorkon water? Even drinking blood is better, which is why the arrival of spring water is such good news. I wonder if it'll last for long. What about water bearers? Have they left for a new potion? Vlad the Younger manages the water bearers now, but he's a simpleton. I've even heard whispers he might be digging a well. Lies, of course. Even a complete idiot wouldn't do that. It's just superstition. I also believed that for a while, but I don't want to anymore. You get the impression that perhaps there is more going on to this town than you as the player understand. Whoa. Everyone calm down. No more mob justice. The fuck do you want? Everything's dealt with over here. No more blood. What is dealt with? The murderers. It wasn't them, and if it was, it's up for the judge to decide. You're one of the nutsos who can't keep their fists in check? Calm down, what do they do? For vigilantism, for attacking people. I've no idea what got into them losing any semblance of humanity. Who screamed murder in the morning? Who rumour-mongered about the clay golem and woman sheep? Who started murdering people with no due process? Oh, I don't know. Absurd savagery. How could it happen? How could anyone call themselves human after that? Go, calm down and be on your way. I have nothing to do with any of this. Scream, poor thing. Must have hurt terribly. Could she be a person? Clay doesn't scream. Who was that? Who was burned? How if I know? I should think it was the clay wench, the one who killed the old man. But I guess it wasn't. Oh, poor sinners. What old man? Go away. Go away. It's bad enough as it is. Welcome home, Artemy. This is the welcome we get. May have approached this from the wrong side. Whoops. Nothing good comes of this place. And this, dear friends, is the abattoir. An enormous bunkhouse of workers, an industrial complex where they slaughter meat and bring it to town. Where do you think you're going? Can't you see it's locked? Why? None of our business and none of yours. The orders are not to let anyone in. What's your tongue, tough guy? Don't worry. We'll see more of what's inside the abattoir later on. There are two structures within this enormous town. Sorry, two enormous structures within this small town, actually, because it's not a very big place. Those two structures are as follows. The abattoir, filled with the screams of those who cannot get let out. And the polyhedron, a massive, strange structure on the other side of the tower, on the other side of the river even. Probably 2 more lockpicks will do. Hairpins can be used as lockpicks. Anyway, these two strange structures are enormous and bizarre in their nature. Thirst keeps driving down towards my death. Don't be foolish, I'm the one dying of thirst. Indeed, see me act out your fate, dear fool. Help, someone help, this thirst is soon to kill me. Keep it up, I want to know how it ends. You die, my friend, that's how it ends. Water's all around, though puddles make poor drinks. Except from them fountain spouts from barrel bungs. A bottle is all you need. Here, have one. Thanks for the bottle, foolish man. One and two, and one and two. Step has gotten into you. Who breathes air upon the fall dies before he sees it all. Nice poem. Did you write it yourself? If only. I'll never be that good. When did you last sleep, big guy? You have panda eyes, and your breath is all raspy. You an outsider? I'm a local. Just been away for a while. Mom says that when Twire, chickenpox, crowberry arms, swish, and joy are in bloom, one has to sleep every 5 hours, or your head'll explode. Nothing will explode, but your brain does get less oxygen in the fall around here. Yeah? Are you a doctor or something? I hate doctors. Mum says all doctors are slackers and frauds, even old Burak. I'm a surgeon. Ever considered tongue surgery? Do you still have a name? Same as you, I believe. Dad threw his away yesterday, so he's faceless now. Makes me kind of sad. Why did he do it? So, I guess he did something bad? I wonder what. Well, something good. It's usually how it goes. Really? Do you know for sure? Because he can't tell now. And you just don't stop loving him. Will Twire Bride have anything to trade? A beetle and a grindstone. I don't have much use for these, but, well, why not? We'll accept the grindstone. Might be able to trade that to someone later on. Learn how to barter, dear friends. It was the only thing that will save your life in this place. Another one dead. How? Why? Curse this earth, this mind-numbing odor. What do we do now? Did you do this? No, it was a twire-addled mob. The steppe is in bloom and people get crazed, but never before was it this bad. Why a steppe girl? Old wives' tales. They claim a golem emerges from the ground sometimes. It looks like a woman, but it's all earth and all clay, all rocks and dead skeletons. The story claims it's got legs of bone and this uncanny way of walking. And the brides, you know they've got a special walk too. Not a walk, a dance. In the morning, people began to scream that a steppe abomination is around, that it leaves no footprints and has bones for legs. But now look, it's only a girl. Steppe girl, sure, but alive. Bones. Can't you plainly see that this is a normal girl? Don't you know how it goes? Get her, one screams, and the crowd rest without thinking, especially in the night, especially with their minds intoxicated. Just, not everyone can think for themselves. It's easy just to do as you're told. Do people scream things like that often around here? Have you been listening, lad? I'm telling you, this is the first time. The world must be coming to an end. Indeed. I think it's perhaps time we go home. There, locked shut. Won't let anyone in. Not that I object. It must be ordered. And so it was ordered. Our house was locked. Who ordered that? Sabarov, of course, the governor. Where did my father go? So you're Burak's son, then? The one who left town so long ago? You missed him by hours. Guess it wasn't in the cards. Couldn't you have gone here, say, yesterday? Everything would be different then. He was waiting for you so eagerly. Get on with it. What happened? Well, Burak is dead. Dead? Dead. No one knows how. Rumour has it he was murdered. What a bull. He was a father to all of us. Who would kill him? I don't buy it. Neither do I. Crowd's gone mad, like frightened children. So eager to catch someone, anyone, no idea who. Some say it was an outsider. Others a Shabnak. When it hits home, people are quick to drag the clay wench from the depths of memory. What clay wench? Shabnak Hadir, a thing of steppe legends. Yeah, I know about it. Well, maybe the killer was a Shabnak. Who else? Person couldn't have done it. You think so? Isidore was a man. Men must not kill men, and so men do not kill men. At least, not in this town they don't. Obviously they do now. Some of these characters will become important later on. But of course he wasn't killed. People are mad with grief, silly, parrot nonsense. And Sabarov, he's only too happy to prey on these rumours. Claws itching in his paws, he'll dig them deeper, in this case to flaunt his value, mark my words. Sabarov, so he's in charge now. Well, yes and no. The real ruler's Vlad. Money's power, and town's businesses all belong to old Gimsky. The factory, the abattoir, the railroad, they're all his. Kane still have the power of fear. Sabarov, he's technically the leader of the three, but just technically. So now he's showing off his value. Tell me about it. Obviously it isn't murder, but given the order to seize anyone who might be even remotely suspicious. If I were you, I wouldn't even go to Sabarov. Although he did take the key. You probably want to pay your last respects to your father. He was taken by Sabarov's men. Where? No clue. People used to bring the dead to your father. You know, a doctor. Oh, we live now. I've no idea. It's unbelievable. The war, the train delayed. A terrible year. Do you even have a place to stay now? Yeah, I have a friend in town. 3 at least. That'll help me. Do you think they'll still remember you? It's been 6 years after all. They do.
Верю вон тому зверю, собаке и ежу, а тебе погожу.
Why are you covered in blood? Fell down the stairs. You're an outsider. I've never seen you before, and I know everyone. I'm from here, but I've been away for a while. You do look like the old man. You could be his son. I am his son. What I want to know is, why are you covered in blood? It's none of your business. Whatever, but I'll remember you. Likewise. Nice meeting you, kid. I need friends. Ruben might be able to help. Ruben's closer. And in the land of eternal autumn, the rains fall once more. Guess that'll dampen the twire in the air. The Shabnaka dig always steals the form of a woman, but that's an illusion, broken when it runs. It's when you see the legs made out of bone or clay. It leaves no trace too. When it runs, the illusion is dispelled, like a smell. So you're chasing step demons, eh? Seasonal lapse of sanity? You're an outsider then. If you live here as long as I have, you'd sing a different tune. The earth is alive here, it bears more than just crops. Sometimes it belches out a horror so chilling you'll spend your whole night shivering. Clay and bones produce a wandering beast. People don't kill people around here. Only a Shabnak could do that. People don't kill people. Am I hallucinating then? Just look around! I don't need 2 lockpicks. What do you have to say? Is this your money, sir? I think you dropped it in your purse. It was some kind of test of character. Save money, sir. You'll need it yet. You sure about that? Should you restore your reputation, sir, would you then wish to seek its ruin anew with theft and robbery? No, of course you wouldn't. But trust in trade, for coins cannot recall from whence they came. I prefer to barter for what I need. Oh shit, he would have given me money if I'd played that right. Oh well. Sir old Burak's son? Yes. I've got bad news. Well, someone with your features spilled blood, became known. People want revenge. They say whoever murdered the 3 men at the station today is also responsible for Simon Kane's death. Simon Kane? Yeah, well, what else are they responsible for? What else? You won't like it. The townsfolk have realised murder is no longer taboo. People sense that they can now kill people. First they looked for Shabnak a dick and killed several women. Then they went after steppe creatures, killing a donks. They're frightened. They turn to animals. They've always been wishing to punish a murderer by turning to murder themselves. It's like a craze. It's September, you know. Steppe herbs are in bloom. Yeah, right. Of course the herbs are to blame. You actually have nothing to do with it, I know. I'm a ferryman. Well, almost. Actually, I'm a train driver. I know. You were on my train. I wasn't alone, by the way. But you were. Your drivers can feel the living weight. There was only one human being on that train. It was you. Odd. Townsfolk aren't fond of ferrymen and drivers, so we'll help you. Go to the nearest quay, show your face to a worm, and he'll take you to wherever you need to go. Just, he'll ask for a fingernail. Show your face to a man, he'll help you out with equipment. Thank you. They really took me for my father's murderer. That rumour will spread in no time. Everyone's going nuts. I'll start looking for poltergeists and bogeymen soon. Shabnaks don't exist, it's just the damn twire blooming, making everyone's heads swim. No, who started the rumour? Who can tell now? Who are you, by the way? I think I recognise your face. That's wrong, sister, you can't know me. And we're running away from you. Hey, Karalda. I didn't do anything. Yakara, you can protect yourself. You shouldn't either. You shouldn't look either. What do you have there? I just brought my bones here. Why? I don't have to explain myself to you. I've done no foul. I brought my bones here. What's so bad about it? Those are my bones. I didn't steal them. Can you see I'm telling the truth? You should be more careful with your bones, Bazakhan. You're acting strange, and people rarely appreciate that. How am I strange? It's they who are strange. I don't think if it isn't. Go ahead and do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. If it doesn't, I still think you should leave. They might return. There are 2 dead men upon this place. Well, 5, technically, including the 3 I killed upon the station. There is Simon Kane. There's my father, Isidore Barach. And the 3 I killed myself. Could father have been killed by the very thing that made him summon me so urgently? I suppose that is possible. I don't want to steal from these houses because it will trash my reputation. And I don't want to be assaulted in the streets or chased even more than I already will be being chased. It's not a good look. Oh no. So it begins.
Какие-то варварские обычаи.
Well,
Я не могу так работать.
one thing is clear. You are a very, very lucky man. Which means you will need to take care of yourself. You are so careless, Vorach. It's, Artemi Vorach, right? Burach, Artemi Burach. Apologies. And, may I ask, is it true that your actions have already resulted in 4 deaths? I'm not in the habit of spilling my guts to strangers, especially when they can't even remember my name. Daniil Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine at your service. But before we speak any further, I'd like to clarify a rather crucial thing. Just how highly do you hold your sense of duty? Too highly, clearly, since it brought me back to this wretched town. Well, from this point on, you owe me. I just saved you from a rather grisly fate. I don't remember seeing a rescue team. Your Reuben has utterly murderous intents. Isidore meant quite a lot to him. Your father was his mentor. Reuben even considers himself Earl Burach's true son, unlike you. Anyway, he thinks you're to blame for your father's death. A load of... I managed to convince him that you didn't actually kill Isidore. Well, not empirically, but I'm under the impression that in Reuben's mind you still caused your father's death. You did, after all, take your sweet time getting back here, while Isidore was counting on your help. Is that true? Trying to guilt trip me, huh? That's clever. What a learned man you are. Look, you have my condolences, Vorak, but since we've established that you owe me, let me explain how you'll repay your debt. Things are about to get a little tense, and I only need one thing. Just do exactly as I tell you. You're a doctor, right? Vorak, how are things going to get tense? Today's tragedy won't be the last. I have a naturally high intelligence, and my observations indicate that a very deadly visitor has come to this godforsaken town. That's all I can say for now. I don't like you, bachelor whatever. Allow me to sum up. Ruben told me he's the only decent doctor in town, but you're a competent surgeon. I need you alive, healthy, and quiet, close at hand. Spare me any wild improvisations. I'll be the one handling the situation. Medicum morbo adhibere. How about you just shut up? I'll deal with Ruben myself. No middlemen required. Where is he? Gone to carry out my orders. From now on, your Ruben does what I tell him to do. He entered my service of his own accord. I suggest that you do the same. It will help everyone. Stubbornness is my guiding star, second only to my sense of duty. I suggest you put your naturally high intelligence to good use and get out of my way, bachelor. You see, you actually really have to have a high IQ to understand Pathologic too. Well, my reputation is shot anyway, might as well take what I can. Sometimes it's a waste of time though. That's okay, cool. Alas, poor Yorick. I'm actually gonna put the broken stuff back. I don't need that. Alas, poor Ruben. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of excellent jest, of endless mirth. My reputation is already sinking. Well, if it's already sinking, it doesn't matter if I just loot this place. He says looting a child's bedroom. Jesus. People still live here. I'm about to make their lives a bit harder by taking what's theirs. I can justify it and that in the oncoming days I'll need it more than them. But the short, true answer is, I won't. Everyone needs what they need.
Что?
Everyone deserves to survive. But not everyone will. There's nothing in here anyway. Well, this was a pointless endeavor. Shit. There wasn't even anything in this house. Fuck. I'm hated everywhere. I think Griff is probably the only person that can save me now. Oh, Jesus. Hello. So what, is the asshole still in there? The one with the carpet bag? No, he's in there. Hereby grant you every right to throw something at him if you so desire. Where's Dr. Ruben? We need a doctor. Ruben isn't here, kids. We've got 0 Rubens left in stock. It's been a disaster. Armaduke and Wolfling were poisoned. Where are they? In a warehouse with little flags. Go down the railroad to the left, you'll see it. Lead the way. I can't. We need to go to a drugstore and find bones and a whistle and a shovel. We're not going to bite our heads off. You find the place on your own. It's easy. Bones and a whistle are your cure for poison. Good luck with that. You're the man everybody's after, right? You look like the description. Oh, what's the description? You know, big, fat, dangerous, bulgy eyes, a weird leg, scary mug, and a stupid look on his face. It must be you. Thanks, kid. At least I know what I look like now. Really? Oh, whatever. It's good we found you. We need your help. What for? We need you to help hold a trial for a murderer. We can't do it without you. Will you help? What? You called a murderer? Was it the murderer? It's kind of hard to say. Will you come? If you're telling the truth, I'm in luck. The courthouse is a warehouse, the one with little flags. Hurry up, they're starting soon. Warehouse with little flags? I remember. Seems you kids took over our old place. Right. We need to run. Because people are going to assault us in the streets if we're not careful. Oh, my brothers in spirits, behold a man, head higher than the sky. Behold, a creature of well-earned pride. Dare I trouble you, good sir, with trivial talk? Great, poet. Go ahead, I'm listening. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is, for 'tis her wrath that must be borne. Oh, friend, if only I could quench my thirst, I'd give heaven and earth for a sip of cold water. You're literally next to the pub. Pub's closed, good sir, but even if it wasn't, what makes it open, really? One must ask oneself. And anyway, SulMatul the curmudgeonly has introduced new rules with another sort of liquid flowing, fiery one. A good one, but not the one they need at the moment. So, do you have water? I don't, but the river is right there. You'll make it. I believe in you. Only beasts drink from the river. Us proud men deserve spring water. It's brought here in barrels, but they're often too empty. I would get it there, but I've no bottles. I drink from a fountain, but I might faint first. The air is too heady. Alright, I didn't come halfway across the country to get you a drink from a barrel. You're in luck. Here, have some of mine. Ah, there we go. I'll trade bandages for some water. You're being hunted. You'll need a weapon. Yeah, I could use one. Just so happens that no one carries firearms around these parts. It's a peaceful town. Peaceful, my eyes. Just so happens that I have a revolver, but I can't give it away for free. For a reasonable price, though. Where'd you get it? Our storekeeper has his way of finding curios. He orders them from the big world to be delivered via train on Big Flat's behalf. That's all right. The master can take it. Who's this brave storekeeper? Forget it. So are you interested in the deal? How much for the revolver? 3,000. Are you nuts? I don't have this sort of money. I can wait for 2 days. If you don't have it by then, I'll do business with someone else. My circumstances are humble. As for the money, you'll have no trouble getting it. Isidore must have left you inheritance. It's hard to talk about it now, I understand, but business is business. Inheritance. If your friend told the truth, I've a hard time obtaining it. Secondly, Isidore must have taught you how to hear and pick up medicinal herbs. They're in bloom now. Merchants in the Broken Heart will give you a decent price for them. Fine. I'll be back tomorrow. Or even maybe today. Oh dear. Oops. What time is that? Still got about 3 in-game hours to go. I can't really go that much farther through the town itself. Let's stop by Griff. Familiar faces, huh?
Повадился кувшин по воду ходить. Тут ему и голову сложить.
Well, look who's entered my humble home. Could it be that my pal Artemy the artist? Artemy who cuts arteries, maybe? No, I don't recognize this man. Too soft. They must have kept him swaddled and coddled, whatever place he ran off for. Palace, I left for school. Climbing the ladder, then? If only. Little bird told me you're a wanted man. I'll admit, old friend, I got misty-eyed with pride. Lucky for you, I can store you anywhere in warehouses. No quail nor nightingale would sing a tune. You're a storekeeper? Not a keeper of stores, but stories. This town, this great machine, the gears don't turn on their own, no, but not till they're slick with secrets. Verbose nonsense. I know what you do. Forget it. Tell me this, friend. What's your plan? My plan? Why do you ask me like that? Cab, your old man got killed this night. Haven't you heard? I have. What's the plan then? Revenge or something with a little more finesse? I'll find out who's behind this, then we'll see. Just stay away from Sabarov. I mean it, Cub. The man's a hawk. All might makes right, no sense. He'll throw you in jail first and only think months later. I know you're thick skull too. You charge in there, shoulder squared, thinking, oh, the truth will win out. Bullshit. Stay away. You hear me? You finished? Calm down.
Раскумарить бы тут огоньку да пожарче.
You've run into the old crowd? Stack Ruben? Lara? I've been to Ruben's, he's not home. Gotta say, it's a tough time for our friendship. I mean, if you can even call this friendship. Gravel-hearted Lara won't look at me now, and Stack's even worse. He completely ignored my plea for help. You need help? You gone outside recently? It's chaos. Innocent souls torn limb from limb. Everyone's lost their minds hunting the culprit, a step golem, some think, but others they're after your hide, friend. All this going on naturally, my men ran into a mob. Barely got out alive. They need Soulbones bad. Your old man's gone, and his star student Stack wants to take the job, so... Something tells me that your men weren't out there feeding the poor. Hell if I know. Can't make heads or tails of them now. If you squint, piecework does kind of resemble you. Sturdy man. Perhaps he did take a few hits to the noggin in your stead. How do you feel about that? Good look at piecework. Where is he? Nah, Shiny dropped by and said they're waiting for death in his cellar. Poor piecework, he's knocking on heaven's door. Got something stuck in the belly. Can you believe, folks? They're all shapeshifters, I swear, shedding skin and eating each other. You may not look it, but every person in this town is a vile beast inside. I need tools. I don't have any on me. Tools? Well, I got you all set, friend. Blessed be the warehouse is the wellspring of goods, including illegal ones. There, take a peek inside that crate and choose anything your heart desires, although maybe you should stick around. It's dangerous out. Knock it off. It's not like I can stay here forever. I'll drop by the patient when I'm in the area. Wonderful. You find anything in his belly he doesn't need, don't toss it. Bring it to me. Might be useful. Well, like a memento. He's still a weird one. Bred in the bone, I suppose. I mean, that'll do.
Чему бывать, того не миновать.
His conscience sits above him. We've got some time still. Perhaps not as much as I would have liked, but 3 hours before this town turns a shade ugly. By a shade ugly, I mean before this demo game will end. 3 in-game hours, of course, not real-world hours. Look, see everyone, the doctor's here. Why do you think I'm a doctor? We've been looking for a doctor since this morning. What other reason would a grown-up have for coming here? Tell me about your problem. Too late, they died. Why didn't you come sooner? What kind of doctor are you? 3 kids dead and no one gives a damn? Not kids. Worse, they were our dogs. Alma, Wolfling, and Duke. You poisoned them. Somebody evil. Notkin's planning on holding a trial. He wanted you to be there too. Well, at least I made it in time for the trial. Not all is lost. That traitor Licka saw you this morning, by the way. How you got off the train and beat those thugs to a pulp. So I have a living, breathing witness. Not for long. He's doomed. Yeah? How come? He killed Duke, Wolfling, and Alma. Notkin will punish him for that. Not so fast. I need to confirm my alibi first. I might have killed 3 people, but 3 people who didn't matter, and I didn't kill my own dad. Knives, scissors, blades, razors, anything sharp. If you got a sharp axe, I'm interested. How about sharp wit? Can cut deeper than a knife. Those items are what I barter for. We need them. What would you give me for sharp objects? Lock-picking shifts. If you're handy with locks, you can open 3 or 4 doors with one. Brand new. And needles. Good for smaller locks, like locker locks. You trade needles for knives? Strange. Oh, so you aren't a local. We aren't allowed razors. If they catch us, we'll be grounded for a year. Might even get spanked. Nice try with the bullshit, but I'm not buying it. Razors aren't the only forbidden sharp objects. So where'd you get all those pins? Did you break into a tailor shop? Sure. A train full of needles derailed outside my window. Happy now? Why do you care? We barter because we don't need pins anymore. We've outgrown them. You're all grown up, aren't you? Listen up, kid. Only butchers are allowed cutting implements in this town. You got it? Are you a butcher? By birth. A surgeon is, of course, a form of butcher and cutter, isn't it? I've got my scalpel. I don't need another. Thank you for actually coming. You're so brave. Look, we all made a gift for you to welcome you here. See, it's bread. Please don't frown, it's all we can spare. We need to eat too, there's a lot of mouths to feed here. Thank you. When I get my house back, I'll come visit and return the favor. Sorry it's so stale. And drink the milk fast because it'll go bad soon, but the water is fresh from a ravine. So you kids are all hungry too? Well, yeah, we were on our own after all. Thanks for the gift, kids. It sure is timely. I'm not noble enough to refuse. Not now, at any rate. You're here. Good. The trial can begin. But who's the accused, kids? Shouldn't you at least present them to me? Question first. They say you're no son to old Burak. He was a doctor. He saved lives. It is said that you kill instead. Is that true? Is what true? That this town is full of gossips and rumor mongers? Yeah, surely is. Calm down. No need to get defensive. Or are you uncomfortable doing this in front of my soul and a halves? Don't calm down me, boy. You want to put me on trial? Go on, then. Tell me, is it right to kill? We need to know what you believe. Old Burak wasn't just a doctor to us. He was a teacher. He knew how to live. You say you are his son? So you're to take his place and answer? Is murder acceptable? Only to protect a loved one. What's with the frown? You're thinking about your father, aren't you? Yes, I am. So murder can be right sometimes? Who are you planning on killing, boy? It's not about me, it's about us. My soul and a halves always hang together. Answer the question. Take your time if you need to. You may very well be choosing our fate. Fine. Yes, sometimes killing is acceptable. Good. I now know the kind of man you are. Here ends the trial. You're free to go. So you know me, huh? That was quick. Guess I should talk to you if I'm ever confused. What? You have your revenge and so do we. We now know how to deal with Lika and the verdict can't be appealed. All you and I have in common now is that today will end soon. Go. Thanks for your help. Wait a second, what does Lika do anyway? Lika poisoned our friends who were weak and defenseless. It's an open and shut case. You mean the dogs? We are soul and halves, they're not pets, they're friends. We prefer them to mere people. Why do they call you soul and halves? We each have half besides our own soul. See this grey cat here chasing its own tail? That's Tumbler. We're always together. I see no cat though. Of course you don't. He's my half. Tumbler will only show himself to you when I trust you. So about this liquor. Why do you care? Listen kids, I'll handle this. Where did that come from? He's our problem, not yours. You've done your part, we will do the rest. You'll put him on guard. I, however, can get the drop on him. Perhaps you could. And then what? If it's as bad as you say, I'll drag him over here. You know what? Give him this leash. He'll understand what it means. Will you do this for us? A leash? Why? Well, he's untrained, so just giving him a command won't do. But this leash will do the trick. Just give it to him. Deal? Sure. I'm intrigued, even. We have a deal. Murky says it's by the gumstone. Who's Murky? The girl in the corner. She's the one who told us you're a killer. Did she see me, then? She did. But don't bother her. She's as frightened as it is. Fine, where do I go? The Gumstone, stepward from the Warrens. Are you supposed to know all this, or do you stepfolk have different names for everything? Oh yeah, the step people call it Urhilo. Hatred. I'll see you around, pups. And that's Murky just there. She will become important later. How are we feeling? How are we satisfied with the game so far? Are you all happy? Is this what you expected? Is this what you wanted? We are only in day 1. Far before everything goes wrong. But trust me, it won't take long for everything to go wrong. An introduction to chaos. Death. Pestilence. It's a slow burn, but the horror is far more pervasive, far more destructive than I think most would truly understand. Where's this kid? Look
И
at you.
комар лошадь свалит, коли волк пособит.
Feeling better, but the town's not too welcoming, is it? Don't worry, the step is wide. It can hide anyone. What brings you here? Who are you, kid? Why do you ask? Tell me straight. Are you the one that poisoned the dogs? All lies. I'm a good, kind soul. Explain yourself. The soul and halves of the real punks, and Notkin is the worst. And punks deserve to suffer, right? But you can't hurt them. They just wipe the blood away and keep going. So you need to hit them where it does hurt. Right in the heart. Make them see how it feels. Hold this leash for a second, will you? So, he could have testified as for me. Could have been my alibi. But I chose instead to turn him into Notkin. Perhaps that's harmed me. The rest of the town still hates me. I'm sure that is not going to make my job any easier. But perhaps in some ways this is worth it. The endless sacks of meat that go into the factories. Life and muscle is cheap here. And soon it will become far, far cheaper.
Нечего зря языками чесать.
Jester thinks you're a decent sort, and he's not the only one. So, behold, we solemnly grant you this leash. It means you're always welcome here, and you may even get your own half one day. Not everyone does. What did you do to Lika? We didn't kill him, as you can see. Good. So instead, you took a trip underground. Deep. Underground? What have you done, you punks? Do you even know anything about the ground here? Come on, are you serious? Those are all wives' tales. But where is it? Where is the pit? I can't say I gave my word. Whoever dug it will be very sorry. Now look, see Murky? There she broods. She saw you got off the train this morning. She saw you got attacked. She saw everything. But she hasn't talked much, and I think few grown-ups would believe her. It's better than nothing, though. Thank you. I'll have a word with her. Well, an alibi, perhaps.
И все у них кончилось хорошо. И началось плохо.
Go away. I saw everything. No one saw me, but I did. What did you see? Everything. Did you see the fight? What was there about you to love? Nothing. So I don't. It's alright, you don't have to love me. I don't need you, nuh-uh. Things are great without you. They're great. I need you, though, so don't go anywhere, alright? What do you have there? Did you catch a tiny little mouse for me? Brought you something to eat to return the favour. Take it. We knew it. We knew you'd... I just brought back the toast I took from them. Whoops. We knew you knew you'd do it. Lena didn't believe it, Barrel didn't believe it, but Tomto and I knew it. He'll figure it out on his own. He doesn't need nudges or hints to bring us something back. And you did. You're such a good person. Can I hug you? I think I should come here more often. Maybe then I'll stop believing I'm a good person too. Ooh. Now she can give me more stuff. More better stuff. The shoes and the gloves will come in handy down the line. I tell you that now. Shall we find out what happened to Lick?
Самое худшее еще впереди.
First stay, then play. So they didn't hurt you after all. Your friend? Outsiders beware! No, we're not friends. Don't touch. Bad boy, bad boy! You gotta actually woof to make the joke work. A stupid prank. That was an interesting little diversion. Don't worry, they'll become important as time goes by. The kids in this town are not so innocent as one might think. Now all we need to do is somehow get to the warehouses. I could just take the boat. It might be easier. Quicker. Less pain along the way. We believe that you killed neither Isidore nor Simon, thus we will transport you along the Gullet and the Guzzle, the tributaries of the Gorkon, our kind river. But it will still cost you fingernails. There is no other way. What about toenails? We've heard this joke one time too many. It has long since ceased being funny. Sure. Sorry. The Gorkon is a kind river, but its water is not for humans. You can't drink from the Gorkon. You ought not to walk into it either. We traverse its edge. It is frightening. Thus we need fingernails so we can always return. See? A fingernail, in this case, is a boat token. I have one. I have now lost that boat token. Don't worry, I'll pick up some more. Somewhere. Somehow. Whilst I remain hated in the rest of the townsfolk will try to kill me. You are. Mind your own business. That guy over there. Piecework, I take it? That's him alright. You one of our lot then? Independent. You got water? No. Don't you forget to give him alcohol or powders. Anything. Gotta kill the pain first. Twitchy man this one, he'll flop around like a fish. Alcohol does nothing to reduce the pain, you idiot. But you got something to cut with? That damn thing's stuck deep. Tried to get out with a knife, didn't work. Need those special knives, like scalpels? Yeah, I see you're experts at poking around with knives. Probably started this whole mess, didn't you? No, we were doing God's work. Who did away with old Burak? A Shabnak, that's who. So we tracked the man-eater. Then all the step trash poured in, yelling that she's no Shabnak. Took out shivs. 10 of them on 2. I've seen the stake lot fire. Was that your doing too? We avenged Burak. Piecework himself grabbed her. Don't you glare at me like that. Come on, help the man. Can't you see he's about dead? Do what Bad Grief said. Some doctor he sent us. Shut up, I'm on it. Is it right to save this man? A man who has murdered someone innocent? Hey, I can hear him breathing now. All normal. What is this splinter? Clearly not from around here. This is a local tradition. We don't keep knives. They might call it cutlery, but sure ain't for cutting. God, this beast who fear neither life nor death make these disposables. Ya jab once, then it breaks. It's all about observing the custom. Custom has nothing to do with breaking shivs, you asshole. It's about not cutting bodies at all. Well, I guess that will do. Maybe I can try and find a friend in Lara. Maybe she'll be kind to me when no one else is. Is it worth picking the lock? Probably. Look around, Berach, at this abandoned house. Of course it's abandoned, those thugs wouldn't be here otherwise. Have you secured all you need to survive? Got nothing I need, neither food, nor water, nor clothes. I hardly urge you to mimic those two, but times are dire, and what you need you may find lurking in empty houses such as these. And if the owners should return abruptly, you are neither first nor the last criminal here. So you should say I should burgle this place. Exactly. It is your life at stake, and things are merely things that you might then repay. You are indeed a doctor here, Berach. So you like my inner voice, huh? It's not my conscience speaking. Well, shall we? Not really worth it. That'll do. Yes, that will definitely do. Okay. Am I going to loot this house? Loot the rest of it? Probably yes. Things are merely things. People don't need things. Or rather, I need these things more than people do. Besides, they will hate me anyway. It's not as if it's going to make too much of a difference. My inventory is nearly full, though. I might need to play some inventory Tetris shortly. People do keep strange portraits. Out of inventory space. Or at least I'm nearly out of inventory space. I might need to do some shuffling. So close. I'm just taking people's loose change. None of this is super valuable, right? Besides, this house is abandoned. Okay, let's see if we can go to Lara's and then maybe try and get a boat from Lara's back to the... back down south to Griff's. I'm really going to need to be careful here because whilst I'm hated, people will try and chase me. So those two guys over there, if they spot me, they will try and attack me. I'm in no mood to fight. I will die. And if we die, well, perhaps that wouldn't be the end of the game, but it would certainly be the end of the demo. Yes, boat token, I want that. That'll do. So the thing is that the kids will always trade with you, for the most part. Reasons for another boat token? Yeah, that'll do. Move along, or I'll scream. Why are you so angry with me? What have I done to you? You're a cold-hearted murderer. You did our protector in. The clues are right here. Bloody clothes, foreign face, and you smell of railroad. Rumor has it the murderer hid there. Were you trying to escape? Skip town? What protector? What are you talking about? You know who. Move along, I said. I've got nothing to talk to you about. Stop glaring. I'm not afraid and I'll scream. Shut up or I'll scream too. I need to really be careful. The back streets are... okay. The back streets are not my friend. Gotta be careful of how things stack. Shit. There's not another way around this. Ah, shit. Nope, 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 nope. Fuck.
Вот так.
Ah, всё. Всё. Okay, let's just hide out in Lara's place. Maybe that will work. My other childhood friend. Let's see what she has to say.
Губы потрескались.
How long has it been? 7 years? 7? Maybe. You're always better with numbers. Feels like 10. Why are you giving me that look? You smell like blood. That's nothing. We share the same pain now, siblings in suffering. That's why you've come to see me, isn't it? What are you talking about? We dearly loved our fathers. Now they're both gone. Yours killed this morning, mine this past spring after the battle at the fords. Many terrible things happened while you were away. I'm sorry. I didn't know your father well, but I always respected him. He must have been killed in action then. Forget it, I don't want to talk about it. Why are you back? Father sent me a letter 2 weeks ago now. A disturbing letter where he wrote about his involvement in something dangerous. What will you do now? Find the killer, of course. You know what? You aren't going anywhere. I won't let you. Take a look at yourself. You can barely stand, let alone run around chasing some assailant. You're staying. Eat something, then get some sleep. When you wake up, we'll figure out the rest. How's that? Took a beating, Laura. That's why I'm swaying.
Да.
Just take whatever you need. Should I sleep upstairs? It's where the guest room used to be, anyway, when we were kids. No, don't go upstairs. It's all locked. Ever since Father died, I don't go up there. Just use this bed instead. Laura, what's wrong? Why won't you look at me? Don't. Not now. Just go and eat. You know it's September, don't you? Don't you even remember what autumn is like here? You must eat even if the portions are small, or else you'll become feeble. Your father taught us this. Oh no, I know. Must I remind you that you need more sleep than usual? It's September. The steppe cools, the twilight blooms. Have you forgotten? When did you last sleep? You're right. I haven't slept in a while, although I did take a nap while I traveled. Can you spare an hour or 5? Yes, time is precious. So what? The worst is over. You're afraid things might worsen still? They won't. Your father's killer won't flee. Until the next train, at least. True. I should eat and get some sleep in that order. It's not like you've got anywhere to go. You're that fugitive everyone's after, aren't you? Guess it seems so. While you're asleep, I'll go on a walk, test the waters. Perhaps I'll learn something, or better yet, make them see that they might be hunting the wrong person. Just be careful. People are wild out there. And so this rehearsal ends. 2 o'clock, they said.
Встречайте, наш актер Артемий Буров. Осмотрим его, господа. Воля присутствует, чувство. Есть и чувство, интеллект. Тут мы чудеса не ждали, поскольку все, что является в наш театр в последнее время, не человеки, а личинки человеков. Впрочем, простите. Зря я так резко. В конце концов, вы играете главную роль.
И что же играть?
Главный совет. И единственный даже. Постарайтесь не умирать. Никогда. Вы меня поняли? Вообще никогда. Совсем. Иначе нам всем будет худо. Не вам одному. Нам всем.
Это еще почему?
Да мир от этого портиться будет. Необратимо. А он у нас и так неблагополучный. Так что извольте уж не халтурить, пожалуйста. Старайтесь на совести и берегите себя.
А где остальные двое? Девочка и бакалавр.
А девочка и бакалавр ждут, пока ты выйдешь отсюда. Дожидаются, чтобы узнать о своей судьбе.
А у меня-то что за судьба?
Да жаль мне тебя. Но все закончится хорошо. Тебе даже покажется, что ты победил. Совесть мучить не будет. Так что расслабься, человек с судьбой. Следующий.
А это как?
Следующий. У меня было несколько веток. Ни одна из них мне не нравилась. В одной из них я был карликом, в другой — горбуном, в третьей — пожизненным должником какого-то заезжего доброхода.
For those of you who already know the game, what Marcus said there is quite important. What can I say? The potential is there. Candor, dedication, plausibility. It does look like the Burak we want. Then again, who knows what he was like? A daydreaming, good-for-nothing blockhead, most likely. We're all made of the same stuff, after all. Terror. So I didn't get the role, did I? Well, go then. Well, yeah. Stop acting like you're acting. Your posture, hands, eyebrows, still in the role. But it's over already. Just be yourself. Oh, so it's an experimental play. Can I see the whole script? No, it's not written yet. And I'm not an actor. I'm the actual Burak. Are you? Well, to me, you're nobody. Prove me wrong. Or someone else will. Well, it's mutual. think you're a nobody too, you peacock of a man. And thus the dress rehearsal ends.